Alright, so this is the any percent run. Of Diddy Kong Racing. So essentially first, I still have to do the first world normally, just about. I'm just gonna grab a couple balloons here real quick. The overall timer was kind of weird there, so that one was a little bit out of position. And if you miss this one in particular, it's, as you see, it's really difficult to kind of recover from it, but then, well, first I have to take this out of bounds here. You can, it's a little finicky, but essentially you can barrel roll right under this sand spot here, and you can essentially get yourself out of bounds. It's gonna take a couple tries here, because it's pretty precise, and like I said before, it's just kind of finicky in general, so it's one of those like really dumb tricks that just happen to be useful in a run. You just kind of have to deal with it. Alright, there we go. Let's see if I can make it out there. You saw the loading zone for Future Funland there. That actually, even though it visually exists, there's no trigger for it until you get all the trophies. So I can go out of bounds, and fortunately the other triggers work, so I can go to WizPig 1 immediately. And the reason why I got the 2 overworld balloons is because I knew just enough to complete the tracks in Diner Domain. So this might be the hardest car track in the game, honestly. But if anything, it's one of the hardest. It's bumpy everywhere. Zippers are in really tough spots. It's hard to chain these boosts. It's really easy to fly into the water, all that stuff. TT is also completely overpowered compared to the other characters. If you actually try this race with some of the other characters, you're going to kind of have a hard time beating WizPig. It's pretty substantial. And then normally there's like a 6-minute cutscene after this. However, fortunately, the game saves itself at the beginning of this next cutscene, so I can just reset. So now I have to do Dino Domain as normal until the silver coin races are over, and then start getting into some of the more glitch heavy stuff going on. Now there's a really big downside to this category. There's a thing you can do called cutscene skips in every track, which essentially, on the last frame of every race, you can press the pause button, and you'll get the little first place victory. But on that same frame, you can go back to the lobby and completely skip the winning cutscene afterward. But in this category, the first one you miss is you lose the full 20 seconds. And then afterward, every missed cutscene is 6 seconds. Because the first time you watch the cutscene, the game enables you to skip it every time afterwards if you just mash A. Yeah, normally in an RTA that's immediately a reset because, see, I'm mashing A, but since I haven't watched this yet, I have to watch the whole thing. Fortunately, there's a way to make yourself not lose anything from this cutscene in 100%, because if anything, if you skip all the cutscenes, you still have to do the minigame afterwards, and the minigame shows the full cutscene. So for that category, we actually just watch the whole entire cutscene of Hot Top Volcano, so we can just keep flying out of bounds. But yeah, you can't do that in any %, so you have to take the entire 20-second time loss. And the cutscene skips are 1-frame windows, so, you know, you get it or you don't. You saw, like I was doing, you can kind of buffer for it, but it's still a pretty hard trick. There you go. There's a successful one. And you see I can go right back to the lobby, and I got another balloon, so... Essentially, that's all you're going to see here for just a few more minutes, and I'll be doing these tracks again, except I have to collect all the silver coins, and I have to win each race. Which, you know, in a speedrun, that's pretty simple, but the strats for collecting some of the coins can be really hard, and it's really easy to miss some of the coins, even on all 3 laps. The AI is a lot more annoying on normal tracks too instead of trophy races, because when you're in the trophy races, the AI are a little faster than normal, but in the normal tracks, they're pretty slow. And they just end up being in the most inconvenient spot when you're rubber banding them. So this track right here, this track is quite essential for making this run doable in the first place. And I'll get to that when it's time. But just keep in mind this track is really important throughout the whole category. Because you might think it's a bit messed up, I'm already flying out of bounds. But this track has something else too that's not exactly visible. That's pretty interesting. Hopefully I can keep my mic on this whole run as well, because I feel like this run will be a lot better if I'm explaining everything, because there's a lot of glitches after the silver coin races. And if you're kind of watching it blindly, you probably have no idea what the hell I'm doing. So besides Wizpig 1 and Wizpig 2, this is the only boss we're going to see in the whole run. Yeah, it's just a big, giant loop-de-loop. Except it gets pretty difficult here. It gets pretty sharp. And then there's inconvenient trees in the way on the second loop. And just that ending right there is really difficult because you can fly off the track really easily. And then you have to redo the whole thing, which is like 50 seconds lost, and you don't want to do that. That sucks.
I've got something special for you.
So like I said before, now I do the silver coin races. I have to collect 8 coins and win every race. The only downside to the second half of this run where, you know, all the glitches really come into play is that you're going to see a lot of dino demand. Damn. Yeah, these skips are really difficult. Because the thing is, you have so many to do. Especially in 100%, you have like 39 you have to do. And it's really inconvenient because it just loses such a significant amount of time. If there was just a couple of them, you know, it wouldn't be as bad. And there's also times where, like, you can do a run, you'll get most of them, you'll just be on fire with the skips, and then, you know, you could do another run, and you just won't get anything. It's just really, really inconsistent. You don't have any solid visual cues, nothing. It's completely a feel for it. You can't exactly look at TT crossing the finish line, because, like, you know, you're not going to be going the same speed every time when you're crossing the line, and the visual cue is never ever the same. It's pretty annoying. Like that's just a feel. There's no, you can't get a visual cue out of that. I didn't do anything there, by the way. You didn't see anything? Normally you do Ancient Lake, Jungle Falls, and then Fossil Canyon. But I forgot I went the other way. Which I don't even know if there's any speed difference in that, but yeah, and then cool miracles happen like that, which is pretty rare. Usually in this game, if something goes wrong, it's just a big disaster. Bonking on things, it's really hard for TT to recover and go back to full speed. Also, I forgot I had to do the skip there. But that's fine. For this race, I'm gonna collect all the coins and then go out of bounds. These two are fine though, if you miss these two, because you gotta go back in bounds for the cutscene skip at the end anyway. Yeah, nice to see you over there, Coin. I'll come back for you, don't worry. Can I remember to do the skip this time? I did an extra barrel roll by accident. There we go. So after this race, I'm gonna go over to the trophy race for this world, and we're gonna pick up. The run's gonna pick up there, but at the same time, it gets a bit repetitive with the Dino Domain tracks. What a good. Oh, no. Yeah, and then here comes the second loop. There's more trees in the way, and it's, see, just like that, it's so easy to lose your drift and bonk or something. But as long as you cross that finish line, you're fine. Just don't fall. Well done, kid.
See you later.
I also didn't mention, but if you tap A in a more of the arithmetic manner, around, 3 times 6 per second. Well, not 4 to 6, 3 is not enough. But if you tap A about 4 times 6 a second, you're gonna go significantly faster than if you hold A. And we don't even know if that's an intended mechanic or not. It's weird, we just don't know. But I don't think it blatantly says it anywhere either, so. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. It's like such a simple mechanic. But as far as I've seen, there's no mention of it in their game manual or in-game. So we really don't know. Holding the R button to drift is really good too. It speeds you up. If you notice, I'm pretty much drifting when TT's wheels are kind of leaving behind those tracks on the ground. Like right there, see the little trail he's leaving behind him. Then you can tell I'm drifting. That'll bring your speed up a good bit. As long as drifting is appropriate where you are. Because like some instances, you know, driving straight is ideal. Like with boosts. If you're taking any kind of boost, it's pretty ideal to not drift at all. Because the drift kills your speed a bit. But of course in some situations you still have to hold it anyway. And some boosts, it just makes it a little more safer. Kind of like right here. Oops, smacked by the bridge. That's a really annoying zipper right there. It's unfortunately pretty common that I screwed up. So remember when I said Hot Top Volcano is really important in this category? Well, here's why. For some reason, right under the starting line, there's this random warp. It can take you to one of two locations. Like right here, Dragon Force has a car. And it can take you to the overworld. So, you notice I left that track. I left. I'm gone from the trophy race. But if I pause, look, it's the trophy race menu. The game still thinks I'm in the trophy race. So, I can go into any world I want. Choose the shortest track, which is this one. Complete this track, and I'm gonna get the trophy for this world. And essentially you could do this wrong warp every time in Hot Tub Volcano to get the trophies from all the worlds with just 11 balloons, which is the requirement to complete Dino Domain. However, there is a very specific wrong warp that you need to even complete this category, the way the route works. And you saw when I took the warp, I got put in Dragon Forest. I need to get put in Dragon Forest, but I need to be in a plane and not in the car. The reason for that is when you enter the other worlds, it only intends to put you in the car, with the exception of Sherbet Island, which you're in the hovercraft. And the really big downside to this is that the chance to get put in Dragon Forest in the plane is only about 8%. So worst case scenario, I could sit here for up to 20 minutes doing the wrong warp over and over, trying to get that plane in Dragon Forest. because there's such a low chance of it happening. Coincidentally, warping to the overworld is just about the same chance as getting the plane in Dragon Forest. And then getting the car in Dragon Forest is like an 80% chance, which is really dumb, because that's essentially useless. But the whole point of getting the plane in Dragon Forest is that there's no collision detection. You know, when you go above ground or flying up in the plane, there's no collision detections on the buildings or anything. So you can just fly straight up and go into any track in the world. Just like that. You don't need the balloon requirement. You can just fly behind the house and go right into the loading zone and complete a track and get the trophy for that world and just roll right out of there. I have 2 more chances to get the Dragon Plane Warp without losing any extra time, because I need to get all the trophies in every world still to unlock the loading zone in the Future Funland. Because while it's visually always there, it doesn't activate until you get all the trophies and you go to the trophy post and play the cutscene. And fortunately for you viewers, that's not the end of the glitches yet. It's just, you know, getting to Future Funland. And then, you know, you might think, well, you don't have the balloons to beat any of the tracks. Well, we have a way to work around that, and I'll explain that when I get there too. But here comes the next warp. See where it takes me. Nope. Dragon car. So now I'll just go over to Sherbet Island, complete Whale Bay, since that's actually Treasure Caves is the shortest track, but if you see, you need 16 balloons, so Whale Bay is the next shortest track. And yeah, nice AI there. It's like, I have another route of just not taking that zipper at the start. Yeah, and then this whale guy, he just like, it's just like, nah, go the other way. I've had enough UTT. And then with the hovercraft here, it's almost the same as the car, except if you snake back and forth on the control stick, you'll gain speed. And then only at top speed can you tap A, and you'll gain that speed on hovercraft and plane. You have to be at top speed in order to start tapping A and get that speed momentum, otherwise you'll just kill your speed. So now look at the post. That's the trophy post right there. You gotta have them all completed, and once you do that, if you go up to it, it'll play the cutscene for Future Funland. And the loading zone for Future Funland will not activate at all. Unless I do that. So now for this round, I'm not going to do the wrong work because I need the Dino Domain trophy. And of course it's faster to just complete Hot Top Volcano rather than wrong work, go back to Dino Domain, and then do some track in there. It's obviously a lot faster to just complete Hot Top Volcano. Freaking dino, freaking tree, freaking everything. This track right here has actually come a long way. I actually do a pretty safe route here, because there's a blue balloon on the side right here that you can take. And then you can take this zipper, then use the blue balloon and go fucking flying into this area. But it saves a number of seconds throughout the whole track. But it's really difficult and I just can't do it. Like, okay, I'll try it once. I'll try this once, watch. But almost. You see the concept though. You get that blue balloon, take the zipper, use the blue balloon, go fucking flying. Why don't I try it one more time? I was kind of close there. There you go. And then you go flying, but then Diddy hits you and walks. And then you just, yeah. Yeah, that's why I just kind of, you know, stay with the safe route. Because the thing with Diddy Kong Racing that's unlike just about any other racing game is that there is no speed cap. There's no speed cap in this game. So if you think you're going really fast and there's a zipper coming up, you're going to go faster. And there's just a certain point where you just can't control TT. And you're just kind of praying that some miracle happens where you end up not crashing. You also abuse barrel rolling in the plane, because barrel rolling speeds you up as well. If you pay attention to the speedometer, see it's going to 60 and then it comes up. See, we're almost all the way up to 150 completely. I knew I did an extra barrel roll and I was going to fall back in, but I just couldn't recover. That part is kind of tricky though. Like this right here, it's pretty simple. But making sure you hit this checkpoint, but you don't go too far that you fall back in bounds, it's pretty hard. So I did that just for the Dino Trophy. And then just gotta do this one more time. And hopefully the first warp is Dragon Plane, or else I just have to keep trying until I get the Dragon Plane. Because the other route would be completing more tracks. and then doing a wrong warp and just going to windmill planes normally. But that's pretty slow. And that was actually the old route for the English version before we found out that the Japanese version had multiple locations for the wrong warp. Whereas the US version, the only place the wrong warp can take you is the overworld. So once that was discovered, it pretty much opened up any percent to cut more minutes. And really all the science behind this game is Fash. Fash is pretty much taking care of this game for us. And then everybody knows Tofu, the longtime player. Very, very skilled in this game, very consistent. And then you got somebody people might not know as well, but Mrs. Gizmo, who actually holds the record in every category right now. And he's an absolute beast. He's really the guy that's pushed the time really far down. And he's really been the only challenge to Tofu. I mean, he's beaten all his times, everything. And Giz is an absolute beast with this game as well. We started almost around the same time. And we were pretty similar in skill for a pretty long time, and then he just completely blew it away. There's also Exord OBO, who he has seriously stepped up his skill in this game the last year. He's not even far from Giz and Tofu. Way ahead of me. So those, if I'm remembering off the top of my head, those are like the three, top guys. If you want people to watch for this game. Unfortunately, I don't have a third hand, so I can't, type out their Twitch names. So yeah, hopefully I get the Dragon Plane Warp first try. And if I don't, I just have to keep trying until I get it. Just a warning, it could be a while that I'm sitting here trying, because the chance of Dragon Plane is stupidly low. And the overworld warp here is just about the same chance as Dragon Plane. So, not the trophy race though. I don't want to do the whole thing again. Yeah, so if you see, I'm still in the trophy race technically, so. If I don't get it, I could just go right back into this track. Don't bonk. And just try again. And the warp is really finicky here, like, that's definitely going to be a common word here, but yeah, finicky. This game is finicky. Yeah, this Dragon Car. So you just saw 2 of the 3 possibilities right there. But we need the Dragon Plane to continue with this run, so I just gotta keep going back and trying until you get it. And longest I've had to try was like 15 minutes, so hopefully it doesn't come down to that, but just a warning, it could. Definitely come down to that. Oh, thank God it doesn't have to. So here's the plane. Check me out. Let me show you around a little bit. Look at this. I'm flying out of bounds. I'm chilling. Look at me chilling. I don't want to go in the boss store though. Look at this. Out of bounds. No detection. Hopefully that's Haunted Woods, because that's kind of where I need to be. Okay. Yeah, that's why you want the dragon plane. Because pretty much above the car's hit detection, there's nothing. You can just go through everything. And the loading zones all exist. So you can fly right through and there you are. I forget how many balloons you need for this track normally. It's a lot though. You need a lot of balloons. You pretty much need to complete most of the game up to this point. But with that little trick, all you gotta do is just fly right in, and you're good. So after this, I'm gonna have all the trophies. That zipper is really stupid, by the way. Like 9 out of 10 times, you're just gonna go into the wall. You just gotta deal with it. Alright, rolling out Dragon Forest. Dude, it's really... Wait, was that second try? Yeah, that was second try. It's a good thing. Cause, yeah. So now I have to go here, trophy post. And we're off to the final part of the game. Now, like I said before, you might be wondering, well, you don't have the balloons to beat these tracks. What are you doing? Well, you know that big clock that walks around each world that you can bump into and he'll give you your, trophy, amulet information and stuff? Well, I'm gonna play a game with him. But first, I kind of need him to cooperate, so I'm just gonna have to see how he feels. Essentially, he walks in a circle automatically. However, if you kind of back up a bit and call him like this, you can kind of inch him closer and closer if you want him to go somewhere that he doesn't, normally want to go. Hope I'm in the right general area. Am I hitting a wall? No. I'm a little far right though. I need to go more to the left. There we go. So I'm gonna bring him over here, and you're gonna notice he doesn't exactly have hit detection in the walls. And we're gonna abuse this just a little bit. See, look at this. Just goes right through the wall. But if he cooperates correctly, he'll go through that wall, but just wait for it. Wait for it. There might be a chance I could do it here. No. There's one frame there that if you hold A, he can push you back, but... This might... There's like times where he just doesn't do it. And I've sat here for minutes trying. And unfortunately it's looking like that so far. Let's see. The thing is, he needs to rise up on this wall that I'm against. There's still the one frame that I can get pushed back there, but that's really unlikely. That's highly unlikely. So I just gotta keep doing this. Oh, there we go. Okay. So he's all the way up here. There he is. Hi, I'm TT. If I let go and he pushes me correctly, which he didn't, I'm gonna go out of bounds. Once again, the word finicky comes up. This trick is finicky as hell. But if he pushes you correctly, you can fly over this whole thing and land past the WizPig 2 door. And, you know, go right in the WizPig 2 and that's it. But, you know, once again, the word finicky comes up because this is just finicky. It's really just a luck shoot. I know who you are, TT. Just get me over here, sir. That might make it. Is that high enough? Okay, we're good. And just like that, I didn't have to do any of the tracks. Just fly right over to WizPig 2. A lot of people casually play this game and they beat WizPig 1 and they think that's it. But little do they know, there's a whole another world waiting for them. And this guy has an out of bounds too. It's pretty tricky though. I might have made it look really easy there, but getting in that spot's a little bit tricky. There's a few different spots you can go out of bounds at, but that's honestly the easiest of the 3 spots. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Well, it is what it is. You actually get to see the inside of the track. Look at all these lasers everywhere. Like, you don't want to barrel roll in there, because, yeah, it's just a disaster if you try to. So yeah, I think doing this on the 3rd lap will still be faster. And just like that, it's over. So I kind of realized I have like donation and subs, but I have absolutely no way of displaying them on stream. I kind of overlooked that. But the thing is, like, stream alerts lag my computer for some reason. Like, I tried just using a host notification and it lagged the hell out of my PC. So like I don't know what to really do there. I mean, maybe I can put like text somewhere just saying like the total or something, I don't know. But no one's also donated yet, so I'm not even worried about that yet. So someone donate, make me worry about it. Come on. Yeah, I think I'll let these credits play out so I can give myself a 5-minute break, and then I'll do 100%. I think I'm gonna leave my mic off for most of the run, because I mean, there isn't like a lot to explain that I already did with this run. I explained the vehicle mechanics, I explained the silver coin races, the regular races. We still do the wrong warp route in 100%. But we do complete the other worlds as well. It's not just Dino Domain over and over. But as far as the trophy races, we still don't do the trophy races in the other worlds. We go to Dino Domain in wrong warp over to that world, because it's still quite a lot faster to do it like that than to complete the other trophy races the intended way, because the tracks for those worlds are a lot longer, and there's only 4 tracks in Dino Domain, where there's wait, is there 5 in other worlds? You know, I forget. But regardless, it's quite a bit longer than any of the Dino tracks, so and then after 100%, we will be doing Disney's Aladdin. I'll do the normal any percent category, and then I'll do Capeless for my boy RPG. Even though, like, I really don't know speed strats for that category, but I mean, I did it pretty recently, so you know, I thought, why not? I'm gonna mute my mic now, and I probably won't have it on for most of 100%. And my throat's getting a little sore anyway. I don't ever continuously talk like this, so. I just hope you guys are sitting back and enjoying this. I'll do 100% after these credits. And just a little reminder of the games you will be seeing from this point on. Afterwards, you will see Disney's Aladdin for the Super Nintendo. Then after that, we'll get Super Valis 4, which is a pretty unknown Super Nintendo game. Then we got Super Castlevania 4 following that. And then we got Super Metroid, Zelda A Link to the Past, and then I'm going to close it out with Donkey Kong Country 3, so. And then, you know, if people donate for the incentives, we can get a Super Castlevania 4 room randomizer run, we can get a all trophy races run of this with magic codes, which essentially makes all those turbo balloons maximum to triple of the speed. You know, we can get casual Goof Troop run. We can get a Super Mario Bros. 3 100% run, which is, you know, just a casual run, but, and I mean, it's on the All-Stars version anyway, so that's just like a fun run to do. You can even see a Super Castlevania 4 one-hit KO ROM hack, which essentially, if I take a hit from anything, I immediately die, and, you know, that's, you know, how it is. And then, please, like I said earlier, please don't donate $1,000 to me, please don't. Because I don't want to sacrifice my soul to Link to the Past low percent one-hit KO, so please don't. But like, straight up though, honestly, if that actually somehow does get met, I probably will end up doing it tomorrow. when I wake up. Because I don't know... Well, I might be able to. It would depend how I feel after doing all these runs and stuff. But it would really depend how I would feel. But, I mean, I would absolutely do it, just not sure about in one sitting with all this stuff. I might just say, okay, I'll do it, you know, next stream at this time. Damn. But I don't know. We'll see how I feel. I've been pretty well trained with, you know, extensive streams lately, so. Without further ado, I'll get started on 100%. Just give me a minute here, I'll be right back.